some freshly smoked bacon.
In the parking lot and this guy shows up.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're rebuilding the jet ski trailer because, well actually, the reason why is because I broke the axle. The axle wheel bearing broke, failed, and I went to roll it in the other day and it wasn't rolling straight. So I realized I needed to fix the axle. Well, when I put two SXR 1500s on this trailer, it's too heavy and it bows the axle. And eventually the axle starts taking that shape, but I have to straighten the axle out about every season or so. So I decided to go ahead and upgrade the axle. So I bought some bigger tubing and I went ahead and made a new axle for it. I figured while I was at it, I would go ahead and powder coat the trailer, and which requires me to knock off all the high spots and fix all the rough welds. I figured while I was at it, I would put a piece of aluminum diamond plate on it. So our aluminum diamond plate is going to be 10 inches wide, and it's going to run the length. It's going to run the length through here. And I put a spot in here for our little umbrella. We got a big umbrella that'll drop down through there, and it'll put about 6 foot of shade on us. And then we got a little spot for our license plate. And then of course we got hooks for tie downs everywhere. Oh, and of course there's some freshly smoked bacon. So forgive me, I haven't had dinner yet, but I pulled some bacon off the smoker. So I had to put off starting this video because if you forget your bacon on your smoker, it will catch fire and it will turn into charcoal. And I don't like that. And also, for those of you who smoke bacon on your smoker, don't forget to burn off the bacon grease when you're done. Yep, that's what it looks like. So anyway, it's very critical you burn off your bacon grease when you're done cooking your bacon. Otherwise, the next time you go to cook something, when the bacon grease flashes, it'll ruin whatever meat you have on there. So always make sure you burn off your bacon grease each time you make your bacon on your smoker, because it turns out really good. Sorry to squirrel, but whenever it's food involved, you know where I'm there. So all I gotta do left is weld this last piece of tubing in. You can see where we're going to put it. And then we'll put the diamond plate runner across there. But we'll go ahead and flip this thing back over. So I got a little rowdy the other day. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't videoing. I just started, once I saw the trailer was broke, I just started turning it apart and going after it. And then I realized I should have been recording. So I apologize, guys, but we'll make it better. We'll show you guys what we're doing here. We got our bars lined up. We got them this one's tack welded. The rest of them are all welded. And what we'll do is we'll take and oh yeah. There it is. Yep. That's what it'll look like right there. And we'll have a little walkway. We have our area cleared. I'm hoping you guys can see this. But we'll have our area cleared for our umbrella. And then we have our tread. We'll just walk across there. Keep it light. My goal was to keep it light. Everything I tried doing just made this trailer heavier and heavier. So my goal was to put it on a diet. I had a thing here, a 1-inch receiver that I had this really big contraption that came out to lock the 650. You know, you slide the 650 in and catch it. But it added so much weight, and I found myself never using it. I had the other bunks for the sit-down adjustable, and I went to take it apart, and it was rusted shut because I'd never adjusted it. I'd never moved it because the distance I have set up is perfect for sit down or stand up. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit to the other side and go ahead and I've already welded in some angle brackets here. I've welded these guys in here, and I'm gonna duplicate what I had on the other side there, and then I'm just gonna put it together, and then once I get that far, we'll take it to powder coat. I'd rather be lucky than good. So look at how this lays down here. It's within a 16th. Actually, this side's spot on. So once I rivet it down, it'll be tight against there. So it turned out really good. We're gonna start pre-drilling and we'll get ready for rivets. Guys, all the holes are drilled, and I've clecoed every other one of them, so we've got nice, our break that we did here turned out really nice. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but turned out really bitchin'. So I'm all excited. We're getting close, and for those of you who've never seen clecos before, there's a cleco installation tool, and then this thing here drops down in here. It's spring loaded, so when you put it into the when you put it down in the hole, it's actually got a tapered piece here. And when you squeeze this spring-loaded deal here, it basically mimics a rivet. So when you let go of it, it's spring-loaded and it pulls tight. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it holds it down tight. Obviously, I'll have to put some silicone down between the metal and the aluminum diamond plate, otherwise it'll rattle. But it's a start. We're ready to go. I've got one more angle to put, or two more angles to put for one more 2x4 here.
Well, it's another beautiful day in
Glamis.
Not Havasu.
Not Havasu.
And I got Jimmy with me. You guys been wondering where Jimmy's been. He's right here.
What's up?
Expect a video from him soon.
Yes, oh sure.
And Brad.
When you think you're the
And
coolest
Nicole.
thing in the parking lot and this guy shows up.
What are you guys doing? We're here at the sand toy capital of the world, and we're gonna go out here and create some havoc. So we'll take you guys along.
All right, everybody, I just got back from Glamis. I was down there hanging out with Merlon from Merlon's Old School Garage, and I got to go dooning in Tomater. And I'm absolutely stunned and speechless, but we were actually down in the dunes, in the bowls, with that big, huge, multi-thousand-pound vehicle. And it did the dunes just like my sandrail, except we're 6 feet in the air looking down on everybody. It was amazing. I was just surprised that it was as capable as it was, but we had a really good time. I got a call that the trailer's ready for powder coat. It's finished, so I'm gonna go pick it up and we're gonna get back on our project. We just picked the trailer up from the powder coat shop. And as you can see, they did an amazing job on it. Like, amazing job. I'm so excited about this. And then we have our caster here, which they did not powder coat, which is exactly what I wanted. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then I took the ball apart here Alrighty, so the first order of business is to get our leaf springs done. As you can see, we took the leaf springs apart and had them powder coated as well. They turned out really nice. There's a bushing that I had to buy, which was a couple bucks. This bushing here goes into here for our pivot, for the leaf spring pivot. So that goes in there, and then the leaf spring bolt, it's kind of a weird bolt, but what we'll do is we'll take and put this together here. I'll put you guys back up on the stand here in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black lithium grease along here, this perimeter, just so it doesn't squeak for the first month or year or whatever. And then this here's a spring retainer. I'll put you guys up on the stand here so you can watch me put this together. Okay, this is a spring retainer here. So the spring retainer goes on, leaf springs go down, and this oddball bolt here goes in there. Okay. All right, that's tight. There's our spring pack. Alrighty guys, we got this brand new wheel bearing kit, or wheel hub and bearing kit, and we got to grease the bearings, and then we'll install them. Be good to go. Let's see what we got here. So here's our seal. Here's our one bearing. Got our nut, washer, other bearing. We'll do the back side first. That's weird. All right. Let's see here. There we go. We'll press the grease into the bearings there. So I've been putting off doing this trailer for the last couple seasons because I keep making modifications. I want to make sure I'm committed before I do the final powder coat, because I don't want to make changes after it's powder coated for obvious reasons. So then lately I've realized that I haven't made any changes on the trailer in a while. So it's time to powder coat. Boy, that bearing. I know it's a Chinese bearing, but it even feels pretty bad for a Chinese bearing. So we'll put this on the driver's side and we'll keep an eye on it, because boy, it just does not feel good at all. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side and get all this buttoned up, and then we'll put it on the ground and we'll move forward, guys. I am gonna change tires, but I wanna do a couple test runs first before I buy the tires. And the reason they're bald on the inside is because the axle bent. With two SXR 1500s, there was too much weight. The axle bent, that's why we went to a bigger axle. This is my rivet gun, guys. My pneumatic riveter. It's a Cherry system, the Cherry pop rivets. Special shout out to a buddy of mine named Eric. Now, I don't remember Eric's last name because it was 24 years ago I first moved to Havasu. Guy had just been released from the Army, was a A&P mechanic, worked on airplanes. Decided he wasn't going to work on aircraft anymore, so he brought this multi-$1,000 setup over to me and handed it to me and said, "Merry Christmas." And I just wanted to say thanks, Eric, because I've used this thing hundreds and hundreds of times over the years. And it's been one of the most handy, bulletproof tools I own. So thanks. Here we're now in lumberjack mode, and there is sawdust everywhere. I've got every tool in my arsenal out, and I have made quite the mess. But let's see where we ended up here. I'll show you guys what we did. We cut these 4x4s down. Turned out really nice. We had to cut the slope in there for the front end of the bullet stand up there. The V4 and the V5 have a recess here that they'll sit down on here. But as you can see, it turned out really, really, really nice. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Happy New Year. Can you believe it's 2025 already? 25 years ago, it was turn of the century. We're now in 2025. Isn't that amazing? It's hard to believe. 25 years ago, the world was worried about ending. They thought the Y2K thing was gonna end the world. This was before cell phones. They hadn't even put cameras in cell phones, just barely. It was before Facebook. Is when AI was still in its infancy. The world looked completely different 25 years ago, guys. 2025. Happy New Year. Hope this year and everything that it brings is very positive for everyone. So thanks for watching.